What's up YouTube, this is Joe from Zephyr War Games, and I'm bringing to you guys the long-awaited Egyptian God Poker Knight deck. So this is obviously an Egyptian God deck using the Poker Knights as self-explanatory within the title. So I'm going to not waste any of your time and breeze right through it, because you've all seen what gods do. You've seen what the Poker Knights can do in the last deck profile here that Dale made on the channel, and so nice self-explanatory. So before though I get into that, if you enjoy, give us a like and subscribe down below. Ding that notification bell, because obviously if you enjoy a person's content here on YouTube, you don't want to miss out on that content, and that notification bell helps prevent that, and all of that is greatly appreciated, and we thank you guys so much for doing so. So let's get into this Egyptian God poker deck. So starting off with the gods themselves, I play double Slifer, 1 Ra and 1 Sphere mode. The reason I play all of these in these ratios is because these are all searchable within the deck thanks to the Thunder Force summon, because they all have question mark attack and defense. I gone with double Slifer because he is your main win condition in terms of the gods, because of his stun protection, or his stun effect of reducing your opponent's attack and things like that, and he can get very big very easily. Sphere mode is a good tech to play in this deck because it's searchable, and then you can just, you know, kaiju your opponent. And then Ra is that OTK push as well. For the Poker Knights, I'm playing 1 Queen's Knight, double Jacks, and triple Kings in terms of the OG originals. The reason I've gone for only 1 Queen's Knight is because I like to only use this with the brand new Joker's Knight, to essentially copy the name, and then that way I can resolve King's Knight fairly easily, and that's the reason I've gone for this kind of ratio. As you can see, I've gone for the triple Joker's Knight, and then the 1 Imperial Bower, because I feel like personally at the moment, in terms of just early testing, I don't feel like he's as good in the God build, because he does take up your normal summon, and if he does get, you know, hit, then your play is kind of halted quite badly. So I'm only testing him 1 at the moment. He may go up with further testing, but at the moment this is what I've gone for. That's it for the pokers themselves. I'm not playing the boss monster because the god is my boss monster. I don't want to waste my sacrifices on the poker knight. I want to use it for my gods. So I've gone for that. But I'm playing the 1 Renald and the 1 5-Flint Lady to round up the warrior package for the Poker Knights, so that way their plays can just go off on their own and then build up for the gods later. And then to round up the monsters, I'm playing 3 copies of Guardian Slime, because he is a wall, he's a protection, he's consistency in terms of the god part of the deck. He gets you into Egyptian God Slime, which is further protection and tribute fodder, as well as being great discard fodder for your Joker's straight, because then you ditch this, you get to resolve your straight, and then you get an additional search of that, so it's like you never lost a thing at all. Moving on to spells is 1 Rota, 3 copies of Joker's straight. Love the artwork for this one, as well as double copies of Thunder Speed Summon, double copies of Soul Crossing, and double copies of Ancient Chant. These are just all fantastic cards for the deck. This and this give you your tribute fodder and help you disrupt your opponent. This searches your Ra, as well as giving him the actual attack. For the extra god support, I'm playing the 1 Thunder Force attack, because, you know, we're focusing on Slife a little bit more. 1 Millennium Revelation, just consistency for monster reborn in this deck is just fantastic. It combos so well with the synergize so well with both the gods and the poker stuff. It's just fantastic. 1 copy of Living Fossil, as well as Divine Sword Phoenix Blade for your equips for your resolve plays. The reason I've gone for this is that this is recovery that you can just get back, and this is a recoverable card that you can keep in your hand for your Slifer's attack. 1 copy of Call by the Grave to round up your spells. I would be playing 2 copies of Joker's Wild. I just am waiting for the others to arrive in the mail, so I'm just replacing it now with the core cards. But yeah, you definitely want to play 2 copies of Joker's Wild, because this is essentially 2 extra copies of any Joker card in your deck. I'm even tempted to play 3 as well as Trap Trick, just for that extra boost of consistency. And then 3 copies of Solemn Strike, just to give yourself a bit more protection, a bit more disruption, just in the form of a simple set a card and pass. Having a Solemn along with a Sliver is pretty strong. That's it for the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck, the 1 Egyptian God Slime and the 1 Arcana Knight Joker. This is just for fun. You're never going to be using this at all. Essentially, this is a free slot. But I may toy around with things that revolve around fusion cards, just to add a bit more consistency to that. For the Xyz is 1 Constellar Pallades, 1 number 41 Babushka, 1 Didasco Emerald, and 1 Stylish Paladino. These are just all good when you're locked into lights and warriors and things like that. These are just all useful tools with your poker cards, giving you some form of consistency. 1 Underworld Goddess of the Cursed World, and 1 Apollosa, Bow of the Goddess. I just find it nice to play Goddess cards in a God themed deck, but the Poker Knights do a lot of link summoning and can perform a lot of good link materials, so being able to go into these is pretty strong. 1 Arcana Extra Joker for your Arcanas, 1 Nightmare Phoenix and Cerberus, 2 copies of Resolve. If I'm going to go into any Link 2 in this deck, I'm definitely going into Resolve, because she just adds a lot of versatility to the deck. And then my 2 Link 1s is just 1 Link Rebirth and 1 Armorage. You're not going to be going into these at all in this deck, but for my side deck stuff and for additional things I might put into the deck later on, these are definitely used for those. And that, guys, is the deck. Nice, short, sweet and simple. Not too much to really talk about. I've discussed the gods in many different profiles already, and as I said before, Dale has already gone through the pokers with you. If you do have any questions, I do post them down in the comments below. I'm more than happy to skim through and read through and answer your questions that you may have. So, as always, guys, like, comment and subscribe. Till next time, as always, happy dueling.